JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. Police probing shooting death of 4-year-old girl in Manchester. The police are probing the circumstances surrounding the death of a 4-year-old girl who died from a gunshot wound sustained at a residence in the upscale community of Ingleside in Mandeville on Tuesday night. The deceased has been identified as Gia Grinnell. A police report said at about 10 p.m., the child, her 12-year-old sibling and the child's mother were at home when the shooting incident happened. According to the police report, the mother told detectives that she put both children to bed and went to use the bathroom when she heard a loud explosion. The mother's licensed firearm was reportedly left in her handbag. The child suffered a gunshot wound to the head and was rushed to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. The licensed weapon has since been seized. Man killed, child wounded in Delo Park shooting. A man was shot and killed and a child wounded in the Delo Park housing scheme in St. Andrew on Tuesday evening. The deceased has been identified as 26-year-old Onika Anderson, otherwise called Nico, of the same community. An 8-year-old girl was shot in the foot. According to the St. Andrew South Police, at about 9 p.m., Anderson and the child were sitting among a group of people on Fairmont Way when a vehicle drove up and stopped. A man alighted with a gun and shot Anderson in the upper body, including his head. The child was also shot. She was admitted to hospital in stable condition. The police are investigating whether Anderson's murder is linked to a recent dispute with a former associate. It was also revealed that Anderson was charged in 2015 for murder and served a prison term for 3 years. Body of man with chapons found in Gordon Penn. Detectives attached to the Spanish Town Criminal Investigation Branch are probing the death of a man who was beaten and chopped in Gordon Penn, St. Katherine last night. He is believed to be a resident of the community. According to reports, at about 11 p.m., the police received information that a man was attacked and beaten along Sinclair Drive. Upon arrival, the body of a man dressed in a black sweatshirt and black shoes was found on a dirt track with chapons to its head and upper body. The body was removed from the scene. A postmortem is to be undertaken. No motive has been established for the incident. St. Katherine man shot during robbery at his home. A 54-year-old St. Katherine man was shot during a robbery at his home along Jones Avenue, Spanish Town, early this morning. He has been hospitalized in serious condition with a gunshot wound to his head. According to reports, at about 3:30, the man was home when a man entered his premises and pulled a gun and opened fire. The man was injured. His attacker then robbed him of his cell phone and escaped. The man was assisted to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was admitted. The Spanish Town Criminal Investigation Branch is investigating the incident. No bail for a businessman charged for alleged rage-fueled assault of nurse. Businessman Robert Bell, who is charged for allegedly assaulting a nurse during what is believed to be a case of road rage, was denied bail when he made his first appearance in the gun court this morning. Bell is charged with assault occasioning actual bodily harm, assault with intent to cause grievous bodily harm, assault of common law, possessing a firearm with intent to commit a first scheduled offense, and possession of a firearm with intent to cause injuries. In applying for a bail, his attorney, Christopher Townsend, argued that he is a good candidate for release from custody, citing his standing in his community. The attorney also argued that Bell was about to report to the police when he was arrested at his St. Andrew home. The court was also told by the police that Bell is not deemed a threat. After hearing the submission, senior puny judge Lorna Shelley Williams refused bail, noting concerns for his safety amid viral videos of the incident. The matter was stood down for July 9. According to police reports, at about 7:15 p.m. on Tuesday, May 13, the nurse practitioner was on her way to work when her vehicle was impeded by a vehicle driven by Bell. A dispute reportedly ensued between the two, during which the woman was physically assaulted multiple times. The following day, Bell was apprehended by the police. He was subsequently charged after a question and answer interview in the presence of his attorney. The police say they also seized his licensed firearm. Indrive says Anista Dilwards' last ride using its app was in 2024. Ride-hailing platform Indrive says it is deeply saddened by the disappearance of University of Technology student Anista Dilwards, but its records show that her last ride using the app was in 2024. Indrive says after the report surfaced, linking a registered driver with the missing student, it launched a thorough internal review as initial reports lacked sufficient details. The platform says it has conducted its own verification to identify the driver involved and has determined that both the driver and passenger are registered on its platform. It says Anista's last ride was in 2024 and the driver's account was created afterward, confirming that she could not have booked him for a ride. It says even as the driver's profile shows no unusual activity, his account has been temporarily suspended pending a review. It adds that based on the available data, there is no record indicating the incident occurred during a trip arranged through Indrive. Indrive says it has been in contact with the police to offer full assistance, including providing a legal request if needed.
Hi guys, I'm Anista. We're in our first year. We're in medical physics class. Zeda, can I come again? Look,
Stop buying guns for your kids. The police are urging parents to desist from purchasing imitation firearms as part of career day outfits, while pointing out that being in possession of them is an offense. Acting Territorial Officer Inspector Berthlyn Lloyd, who is in charge of the Manchester Community Safety and Security Branch, said it's a worrying trend following seizures of imitation firearms from primary and infant school children. Career days are widely celebrated this school term in primary and infant schools island-wide. Youngsters dress up in elaborate outfits with accompanying tools and gadgets, depicting the career professions of their choice.
Right, since the start of this term, which begins April, the Manchester Community Safety and Security Branch staff have been invited to participate and share in a number of career days activities right across the parish of Manchester, seeing that the Community Safety and Security Branch has responsibility in treating with schools activities and other community related activities. So the team have been visiting schools, doing presentations and sharing in career day activities in most of the primary and infant school across the parish. Having gone to a number of schools, we have realized that the parents who have their children showcasing the career of police and soldiers, they have embarked on buying some imitation firearms, which of course looks like real firearms, and are giving these children to take as part of the paraphernalia of the police and soldiers to these career days activities. Some of the schools have expressed concerns with children taking these weapons to the institutions. We having gone to the schools, we have embarked on seizing these firearms because, as you can see, you can hardly differentiate a real weapon from some of these imitation firearms. Yes, it is an offense. Under the Firearm Prohibited Restriction and Regulation Act of 2022, a firearm is defined as any barrel weapon which is discharged or is designed to discharge any shot, bullet, or projectile. It also includes any such weapon carried as a 3D printed weapon or otherwise created through the use of electronic software. And as it relates to the prohibited weapon, it means any prohibited firearm, any grenade, bomb, or other like missile, any missile or missile launcher, any imitation of any weapon or devices. Section 5.1 of the speaks to the position of prohibited weapon. No person shall be in possession of prohibited weapon. All persons, a person who contravenes subsection 1, that speaks to persons being in possession of prohibited weapon commits a felony, and this can attract a fine, not a fine. Any person who contravenes subsection 1, no person shall be in possession of a prohibited weapon, can be sentenced to imprisonment for up to 15 years in a circuit court or 25 years.
Alright, so going back to the point now of parents and their children, what is your message to parents in relation to the purchase of these imitation weapons or tie guns?
I will encourage parents to desist from buying these weapons because it is an offense to be caught in possession of these, and it is not fair to the children because these are very young children who are under the age to be in possession of these imitation weapons. So I will encourage parents.
JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.